How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. Why the Heyoka Empath is the narcissist's curse. That's the title of this video. The Heyoka Empath, described as a contrarian or a mirror to others, plays a vital role in the dynamics of human relationships, especially in the interaction with narcissistic individuals. So, in this video, we want to look at how the Heyoka Empath is a curse to the narcissist. Heyoka Empath is a person who experiences empathy on an extraordinary level, but with a twist. They are known for their unconventional ways of understanding and interacting with the world around them. Their empathy manifests in paradoxical or counterintuitive ways, often leading them to express compassion or guidance in forms that may seem counter to what others expect. Now, the Heyoka Empath possess an innate ability to pick up on emotional energy, yet they respond to it in ways that confound and challenge those around them. Narcissists are deeply afraid of being exposed for who they truly are. They often maintain a facade of superiority, self-sufficiency, and grandeur in order to avoid confronting their own deep-seated insecurities. At their core, narcissists lack a sense of true self-worth, so they rely on external validation to feel valuable. So, any threat to this validation, such as the reflection provided by a Heyoka Empath, can send the narcissist into a defensive frenzy. So, narcissists fear exposure. Then there's the mirror effect. One of the primary reasons the Heyoka Empath is the narcissist's curse is the mirror effect they create. The Heyoka, knowingly or unknowingly, holds a mirror up to the narcissist, reflecting their behavior, beliefs, and emotional state. The narcissist, who is constantly crafting and managing their image, becomes unable to control what is reflected back to them by the Heyoka. This unflattering reflection is incredibly destabilizing and confrontational for someone who thrives on a carefully constructed facade. Narcissists are often masters of deception, not just with others but also with themselves. They carefully curate their image to appear invulnerable, successful, and powerful, often ignoring or repressing their own vulnerabilities. The Heyoka Empath, however, sees through this act. They sense the narcissist's underlying fragility, and their mere presence brings this vulnerability to the surface. This is deeply uncomfortable for the narcissist, who would rather not face the truth of their own emptiness. Narcissists crave control over their environment, their relationships, and the way they are perceived. When they encounter a Heyoka Empath, they are confronted with someone who doesn't play by the narcissist's rules. The Heyoka doesn't need to follow the narcissist's scripts or seek their approval. This lack of control over the Heyoka drives the narcissist into a state of panic as they feel their power slipping away. Narcissists often tell themselves and others a story of greatness, superiority, and success. They build their lives on a series of lies they have convinced themselves are true. The Heyoka Empath, however, can see beyond the surface and challenge these false narratives, whether through blunt honesty or an uncanny understanding of the narcissist's behavior. The Heyoka exposes the distortions in the narcissist's self-image, forcing them to confront the truth. The narcissist thrives on emotional stability and predictability. They don't like surprises, especially those that reveal their vulnerabilities. Now, the Heyoka Empath's ability to intuitively understand and react to the narcissist's inner world often creates emotional turbulence. The Heyoka's responses can feel like emotional shocks to the narcissist, destabilizing their emotional state and preventing them from maintaining their rigid control. One of the most potent fears for a narcissist is the fear of being discarded or ignored. Narcissists are dependent on others for validation and admiration. And when they encounter someone like the Heyoka Empath, who doesn't need their validation, they feel rejected. The Heyoka's refusal to be manipulated or controlled by the narcissist can lead to feelings of abandonment and humiliation, something the narcissist will go to great lengths to avoid. Narcissists are experts at projection, placing their negative feelings, traits, or actions onto others. This psychological defense mechanism helps them avoid confronting their own shortcomings. However, the Heyoka empath challenges this projection. Rather than absorbing the narcissist's projections, the Heyoka reflects them back, forcing the narcissist to face the very things they try to deny or disown. This is disorienting and painful for the narcissist, as it threatens their carefully constructed reality. The Heyoka empath operates from a place of deep authenticity. They are not interested in playing games or feeding into the narcissist's false narrative. This authenticity can be jarring for the narcissist, who is accustomed to surrounding themselves with people who either admire or fear them. The Heyoka's lack of need for external validation and their commitment to truth make them an enemy of the narcissist's manipulative tactics. A key characteristic of narcissism is the need for constant admiration and praise. Narcissists surround themselves with people who feed their ego and provide the validation they crave. The Heyoka empath, however, is not moved by flattery. They do not indulge the narcissist's need for praise, and this lack of attention can be deeply unsettling to the narcissist. They are used to being the center of attention, and when the Heyoka refuses to validate their false self-image, the narcissist's sense of superiority is threatened. The Heyoka empath often offers insights and perspectives that are unconventional or difficult for others to understand. This wisdom is rooted in the ability to see beyond surface level interactions and understand the deeper emotional currents of a situation. For the narcissist, this wisdom can be profoundly challenging, as it exposes the flaws in their thinking and behavior. The Heyoka may provide uncomfortable truths that the narcissist is not prepared to hear. Narcissists lack true empathy. They may mimic empathy or feign concern, but they are incapable of genuinely understanding or caring about the feelings of others. The Heyoka empath, on the other hand, embodies empathy to an extraordinary degree. The contrast between the narcissist's emotional shallowness and the Heyoka's deep emotional intelligence can create a sense of cognitive dissonance for the narcissist. They are unable to comprehend the Heyoka's ability to connect with others in a way that feels real and meaningful. In response to the discomfort created by the Heyoka empath, narcissists may attempt to devalue or undermine them. They may try to dismiss the Heyoka's insights or belittle their authenticity in order to regain control. However, these tactics often fail. The Heyoka's inner strength and self-awareness make them resilient to the narcissist's attempts at manipulation. The more the narcissist tries to tear the Heyoka down, the more they reveal their own weaknesses and insecurities. Because the narcissist thrives on dominance and control, they may view the Heyoka as someone who needs to be subdued or manipulated. However, the Heyoka is not easily dominated. Their independence, self-awareness, and emotional depth make them a formidable adversary to the narcissist's power play. This resistance to control is one of the reasons the Heyoka is so threatening to the narcissist. They cannot bend the Heyoka to their will in the same way they manipulate others. For narcissists, their identity is often fragile and unstable. They rely on others to reflect their sense of self back to them. And when the Heyoka does not provide the expected validation, the narcissist's sense of self begins to fragment. The Heyoka empath's refusal to play along with the narcissist's ego games can trigger an existential crisis in the narcissist, causing them to question their own identity and purpose. Though the narcissist may resist change, the Heyoka empath's presence can catalyze emotional growth in a way that few others can, by challenging the narcissist's behavior and forcing them to confront their insecurities. The Heyoka offers an opportunity for transformation. However, this process is often uncomfortable and resisted by the narcissist, who is unwilling to face their flaws head-on. The Heyoka empath is skilled at setting boundaries and maintaining emotional distance from those who seek to manipulate or control them. Narcissists who are accustomed to crossing boundaries and disregarding others' needs find this behavior particularly challenging. The Heyoka's firm boundaries prevent the narcissist from using them as a source of narcissistic supply, making the narcissist feel powerless and out of control. The narcissist's fear of exposure, coupled with their tendency to project their own flaws onto others, often leads to paranoia. They may suspect the Heyoka empath of having hidden motives or agendas, even when the Heyoka is simply acting in an authentic and straightforward manner. This paranoia can lead to increased conflict and confusion in the relationship, further destabilizing the narcissist's emotional state. Narcissists are skilled manipulators using tactics such as gaslighting, guilt-tripping, and emotional blackmail to control others. However, the Heyoka Empath has an uncanny ability to see through these manipulations. Their deep understanding of human emotions allows them to recognize when the narcissist is trying to deceive or manipulate them. This transparency frustrates the narcissist, who thrives on keeping others in the dark. Power is central to the narcissist's identity. They constantly seek to assert dominance in relationships and situations, often at the expense of others. The Heyoka Empath's refusal to be manipulated or controlled challenges this need for power. The narcissist's fear of losing control and being seen as powerless drives them to view the Heyoka as a threat to their very sense of self. Narcissists are highly dependent on external validation to feel worthy and significant. They surround themselves with people who reinforce their sense of importance. However, the Heyoka Empath is impervious to this need for validation. They are not interested in flattering the narcissist or feeding their ego, which can trigger feelings of emptiness and inadequacy in the narcissist. As the Heyoka Empath refuses to play into the narcissist's games, the narcissist may attempt to isolate the Heyoka from others. They may try to turn friends and family against the Heyoka, seeing them as a threat. However, the Heyoka's authenticity and emotional depth often make them well liked and respected, leaving the narcissist feeling increasingly alienated and isolated. One of the most frustrating aspects of the Heyoka Empath for the narcissist is their resilience. Despite the narcissist's best efforts to manipulate, devalue, or control them, the Heyoka remains strong and grounded. This resilience serves as a constant reminder to the narcissist of their own weakness, creating an emotional dissonance that the narcissist is unable to resolve. At the core of the narcissist's inflated ego lies a deep vulnerability. They are terrified of being exposed as flawed, weak, or unworthy. The Heyoka Empath, with the ability to reflect the narcissist's inner truth, becomes the embodiment of this vulnerability. The narcissist may attempt to destroy the Heyoka, but in doing so, they only reveal the depth of their own fear and insecurity, ultimately confirming that the Heyoka Empath is truly the narcissist's curse. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Thank you.